This session covers the ecological pyramids, characteristics, structure and function of the forest ecosystem. Ecological pyramid. Ecological pyramid are the graphic representation of the tropical level in an ecosystem. They are pyramid in shape and there are three types. They are producer, make, base. The pyramid and subsequent tiers of the pyramid represent the herbivore, carnivore and the top carnivore level. In the pyramid number, this represents the number of organisms at each tropical level. For example, the grassland, the number of grasses is more than the number of herbivores that feed on them, and number of herbivores is more than the number of carnivores. In some of the instances, the pyramid number may be inverted and herbivorous are more. Then the primary producer, as we may observe that many caterpillar and insects feed on. The pyramid biomass. This represents the total standing crop biomass at the each tropical level. The standing cropping biomass is the amount of the living matters at any given time. The pyramid biomass is an upright. However, in case of aquatic ecosystem, the pyramid, the biomass may be inverted. Example, in the pond, the phytoplankton are the main producer, their new plant. Therefore, their total biomass at the any given time is the less than the biomass. Pyramid of energy. In the pyramid of energy, it represents the total amount of energy that which tropical level. Energy is expressed in the terms of rate of such as kilocalories unit area in per unit time. In the lake autotroph energy, it is in the nearly 20,810 kilocalories per year. The energy pyramids were never inverted. Next is the forest ecosystem. Forest ecosystems are formed predominantly by the trees that are interspersed with large number of species of the herbs, shrubs, climbers, lichens, algae and also wide varieties of the wild animals. As the discussed above, the forests are the found that undisturbed areas, receiving the moderate to high rainfall and usually occurs as the stable climax communities. In India, forest occupies area it is nearly 69.6 million hectares in the 2007 to 2008 with the 22.8% of geographical area, whereas it only the 14.2% and 40.48 millions of hectares during the independence. However, it remains same during the last of the decade in the nearly 22.8%. The scientists estimated in India should ideally for 33% it's the land under forest. Most of the natural undisturbed forests are located mainly in the national parks, wildlife sanctuaries in India. The forest performs the following functions: protecting the watershed, creating the conditions for rainfall, soil erosion control, nutrient conservation, atmospheric regulations, productive functions, and producing food and fodder for firewood for fibers. In the timber is also medicinal plants and apiculture, recreational and educational functions like ecotourism. The development function of involving revenue and employment generation. The tropic rainforest, this is type of the evergreen broadleaf forest are located near the equator region, characterized by high temperature, high humidity and high rainfall which favors a growth for trees. Here the temperature warm throughout the year, the precipitation occur almost all daily. The annual precipitation of a tropical forest typically it's in 2000 to 4,500 millimeters of rainfall throughout the year. The climate remains uniform. The forest rich in biodiversity and evergreen forest thus looks green throughout the year. Warm temperature and high availability of the moisture facilitate the rapid breakdown. Decomposition of the dropped leaves, twigs, and thereby acclimating their organic wealth. This forest found in the central Southeast America, Africa, Southeast Asia, and Silent Valley of Kerala, and only the tropical rain forest areas. India, which is the natural habitat for wide varieties of species. Tropical deciduous forest. They are found little away from the equator in region with a moderate amount of seasonal rainfall that lasts for only a few months in a year during the monsoon. Warmer year round, a large part of the year remains dry. Deciduous trees are found here which very lose their leaves during the dry season. The deciduous trees shed their leaves during the winter and hot summer. The tropical scrub forest, they are found in areas where in the dry season even longer. Here they are small deciduous trees and shrubs. Temperate rainforest, they are found in temperate areas, adequate rainfall. The coniferous trees like pines, firs, and redwoods, are grown in predominantly in these forests. They also consist of some evergreen broadleaf trees. Temperature rainforest areas have relatively nutrient poor soil, although its organic content may be high. The cool climate slows down the bacterial and fungal activities, hence the decomposition pollens of the leaves. In the temperate deciduous forest, with the hot summers and cold winters, the characteristics of these forests, they are found in areas moderate temperature. The precipitant range is 750 to 1250. There is a marked seasonality with long summer, cold winter, and abundant rainfall throughout the year. The major trees includes broadleaves and evergreen coniferous forest and the boreal forest. In this forest, winter and long cold and dry. The sunlight available for few hours only. In summer temperature, mild sun shines for long hours, but the season is quite short.